Hey fam, hey friends, your girl is back. Nkechi Ejikume on Who Cares to Care. How are we all doing? How are we faring? What's going on? Hope we are blessed. Hope we are good. Hope we are rolling fine. Everything on point. The show must go on. As long as you have that at the back of your mind, it doesn't matter what the enemy tries to throw at you, what life tries to throw at you. It doesn't. What circumstances wants to throw at you. Just to remember that the show must go on. That's all you need. Today I'm back on our topic of, are you a punching bag? This is another episode. And this episode I have titled it Sex. You heard me. I titled it Sex. S-E-X. This topic is huge, this particular one, but I'm going to do my best to do a bit of justice to it, just to make my point. You see, my generation, the main problem we had was timidity. We were timid. Some of us didn't know. Some of us were timid. Some of us were very, very ignorant. Again, when you are marrying when you are too young, you barely know who you are, let alone to know the things to look out for or the things to talk about. As a Christian, sex before marriage is fornication. Period. End of discussion. We know that much. But equally, it is very important for you and whosoever you are dating to marry, because you didn't just meet a stranger. You didn't just wake up and marry him. Even if it's just, there are some important conversations you will have, even if you did not do the sex before you people get married. Sex is one of them. It is important to sit down like adults and have an open conversation about sex without being timid, without being ashamed. Because you don't want to suffer by the time you marry this human being. If you marry somebody you are not sexually compatible with, you will suffer. QED. Period. There is no gainsay. You will suffer, and the suffering is forever. So you might as well talk about it before you people get married to each other. You people are not children, so better talk about it. From the discussion, you know what each other likes. As a matter of fact, it's only 0%. Okay, let me have pity. It's only 1% of women marry as virgins these days. My generation was even better, with all due respect. Then men, 0. None. Before we find that virgin man. So the point I'm trying to make is, you have an idea of what you're looking for sexually. You do. And that brings me back to our main point. When you are too young, you don't know, when you are not matured, when you are too young, you don't know who you are. You don't know your name. You barely know your complexion, let alone know your sexuality. Let alone know what you think. Okay, let me assume you're a virgin. Let me just assume you're a virgin. At least from what you have read or seen on TV, things that can interest you as a human being while you pray, if you are a virgin. Okay, if you have done before and now repented and decided, God, please, the ones I've done before, let bygone be bygone. I don't want to do again. Now I want to keep myself holy and prepare myself for my husband or for my wife. No sex before marriage. That one is there too. Then you have an idea. So when you have this conversation with this, not once, just talking, what do you like? Do you like this? Do you like kissing? Do you like cuddle? Do you like sex? How do you like? Talk about it. At least talk about it. That will give you an idea, 60-70% of what you are expecting, of what you are going to live with forever. Forever. That will give you an idea. Because you don't want, when you're talking quick, the man is talking Z in that department, and the frustration starts. Then 24 hours, you the woman now, you have headache, you have back pain, you have chest pain, you are tired. The man is frustrated. You are frustrated. But because you are a woman, you can do without it or just ignore. But for the man that probably does not know what he's doing, that has married somebody else that has more sexual drive than him, problem. But when a man does not, finds his level in that department, and there are some women, not a big deal, that in fact, if you don't do better, whatever, quickly go. There are some women like that equally, don't get me wrong, and there are some men like that. When they find each other, they are good. They are good. Equally, if you naturally have a high sexual drive as a woman and finds a man that suits you, that does what you like the way you like it, two of you together, you are happy. Two. It's as simple as that. Not when people are there, this person every time there is one fight and none of you will want to address the proper issue because nobody wants to talk about it, because it's about the sex that is useless. The husband eating the houseboys, slapping the driver, the woman. The crux of the matter is not being addressed. Or it's too late anyway, because now you people are married and live together. Even when you go out of your way, woman, to address it, the man is not listening. His own is what's your problem? What's your problem? Really? When you have turned her into your dustbin, you're asking her what her problem is. Because some women equally can address it. Mister, this thing, we have to do something about it too. We have to do something about it. And the man is like, what do you mean? What do you mean when you are useless in bed? You're asking the poor woman what she means. She has summoned courage to talk. But then it's too late anyway, to be honest. It's only very few men that will listen and try to do something about it to help the situation so that it doesn't get out of hand. So I will say, before the marriage, let this convo go on. Somehow. Make sure that the chemistry is right. You just don't meet a man and jump into the bed with the man that same day. No, now. Convo has to go on for some time. You have to know whether you have chemistry, whether you have good butter, whether this thing is going to flow. It's as simple as that. So it is important. Don't make that mistake. Don't make that mistake of, don't make that mistake, is what I'm saying to you. Sex might not be everything in marriage, but it's a lot. It is a lot. It might not be everything in marriage. It's not the end all and be all in marriage. Okay? But it's a lot. It is the binding glue that holds a good marriage, good sex in marriage. Because when tough time comes, if you people have good sexual life, it helps. When you quarrel, when you have problems, the problems you will have, you take it to God. See. After that, you people talk, and just enjoy yourselves and move on. Especially when you quarrel. But when, hey, parents, I know it will be difficult for most of us to sit down with our children and discuss. For me, I don't mind. If my children bring this dish for me, I will entertain it very, 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 very well. For too many reasons. My boys ask me some questions. And I like it when they throw those questions at me. I give them an answer appropriately. Yeah. I won't tell you the questions they've asked me. They're my children. Or my daughter. But if you can vibe with your children on that level, bravo! Teach them from experience the conversation they should have as adults. They don't have to sleep around, they don't have to have sex or make love to anybody yet, but those conversations are important. I repeat, it might not be everything in marriage, but it's the binding glue that holds a good marriage. When you see a marriage that these two people every time, we know one or two of them now. Now these two people, what's their problem? Every time they are love, not only them now. They not send you because God has helped them. They found each other. They glue to each other and they enjoy each other. And you can see their marriage will be different. Even when they don't have money, it doesn't matter. Because money will come. Well, again, I'm appealing to my fellow parents. My generation. We know what's happening now. Most of us that are still in marriage. Let me leave it there. On Who Cares to Care? My name, your girl, Nkechi Ejikume. Take care and look after yourselves. Bye.